Okay, let's see. Is this working? Is it working? Let me double check. I've never. If it's working, hello. If it's not working, then it is what it is. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's working. I can't see it on the YouTube, but I think I can see it through OBS. It does have chat log up. So, welcome. This is the Valda stream for Silver Age. I'm really excited to be playing Valda in Silver Age. It's actually been like a super fun format. And I know me and Cody actually just recorded the podcast and we talked really highly of it so far. But this is kind of the list that we're working with at the moment. And oh man, I hope everything's going all right. It's really really anxious to me. But I mean, it's an interesting list, and I think Valda has a lot of really good things going with her. Like, she has a lot of equipment that she can really use in the, like, Silver Age format, like, with the gauntlets and the Richter scale and Civic's Peak, and even some, like, say her weakest is the Blade Beckoner boots, or her boots, which I'm running Blade Beckoner. I was running Crater Hoofs for a while, but I think I only activated it once in a few of the games I was running, so I wanted to try this out and see how it felt. But overall, I'm feeling pretty solid on this list here. And this is kind of like the sideboard that we'll go into a little more depth when we play the game. But, yeah, and then huge maybe board. Still thinking about a lot of things. And I don't even think I have all 55 cards yet. If we pull it up. Yeah, I'm 2 cards short. But, anyways, let's take this list and go into Talishar. So, deck link, default, Silver Age, public, great game. So let's see how this goes. I am, again, really hoping this is live and good. Oh, did not mean to do that. But yeah. Hopefully someone joins us soon. Using my phone to kind of keep track. There we go. Probably want to go first in this matchup. I find that KO, at least I think it's not like RKO in Young format, but like RKO, you want to keep the tempo and stay high in life. If you can do that, you end up being pretty good into the matchup. But what I ended up choosing was Crash and Bash just because it ends up letting you block a lot of extra damage. Chokeslam, it's just a 4-for-8 attack. And then Zealous Belting, which lets you keep momentum going. Here we go. Oh, and you starting with a Zealous Belting. It might be something we want to arsenal, thinking about it. But let's see. I think we want to try and take cards out of his hand, just so we can fatigue just in case. But let's see. We'll do Debilitate just in case he doesn't block. You have an actual on hit. Okay. I have it pulled up on my phone over on the side too, and it looks like everything's working out. So, anyways, let's get into this game. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, again, this is kind of a matchup that you want to keep tempo in, and you want to make sure you're at higher life. Valda starts off pretty good in this matchup, especially in Silver Age, because I end up having like one more life than KO Strong Arm. But I think it's an easier matchup for Valda because I can still like block with multiple cards and swing hammer, but outside of that, I did lose to one last time, but having them block with all 8 cards, they're cycling out cards. Guess nothing too crazy, but getting 2 cards out that can boo him is pretty relevant, I think, at least. Cycle this down, probably put a crush card on top just in case we have a Crash and Bash right above. But here we go. And we got a Pummel. That might be something that we're looking to arsenal though, because it doesn't really seem like something we could use with all these cards. Because we can Crash and Bash and create a Seismic Surge off that Buckling Blow, and that will come in for 4. But we need to be able to throw Hammer along with the Zealous Belting. That's pretty good. I don't even know if we want to reveal a buckling blow, but I think Crash and Bash is probably going to be one of our strongest moves. Like, just block here, see what they want to do here. I'm not actually going to reveal, because we don't actually gain any value from showing a seismic surge, or getting a seismic surge. Oh, that's pretty strong follow-up. I mean, I can throw 6, so I just need to make sure, like, technically I could block 2 here, reveal this. But I think it feels a little wrong to block so much early, but to be able to only lose 3 life, hopefully I can make it up so he doesn't gain the advantage of being higher on life. And then show my 6 attack so I don't lose anything. But, I mean, we're already winning the fatigue game, 6-2, so we're doing pretty good there. But I am not entirely sure this will actually go to fatigue. Luckily, we have our Zell Spelting play. If we wanted to, we could definitely pummel it here. But I think I would rather just keep the momentum with Zell's Belting into Hammer, and then Arsenal the Pummel for maybe something a little bit stronger in the future. Huh. See what they block with. I'm hoping like I'm like pretty tense right now, but I'm hoping I calm down the more we play, and I hope I get a little bit better at talking. Taking 2 life is pretty good. That means we only have to take 1 and they lose their life advantage. And he's not sitting on an arsenal, which is pretty good for us because it means he can't respond as strongly. Yeah, keeping the life advantage with blocking with the equipment, pretty smart. Taking the other strongest survives is pretty good though. And up on life, not what we want to see, but we can arsenal a pummel, which is a pretty good trick. What are you? Are you rolling the knucklehead? Is that? What did I just see the dice roll for? Okay, anyways. Boulder drop. I think boulder drop pummel is going to be really strong for us here. Boulder drop pummel. This is actually going to sound really silly, but I might block with helmet with Civic's Peak to gain the seismic surge to make this cost 2. So I can 2 and a pummel for 2 and then the heave for 2. I don't. Oh, he has 1 floating, so this is going to come in for 10, is pretty strong. And we can almost guarantee it's a 10, but I'm hoping that this will... Oh, this is going to hurt. This is really going to hurt, but we can get this off. Mocking Blow is really strong when you're lower on life. Yep. Coming in for 10. We're going down to 9. Hopefully we can gain the value through our offensive cards and maybe steal a little momentum back. But pitch. Throwing Boulder Drop. I lost to a KO earlier because I tried to do like a momentum swing like this, but they had an unmovable, which was really brutal because they fully blocked my pummel. But let's see, what do they block with? What do they block with? I do not know. The nice thing about Boulder Drop Pummel is if it deals 4 damage and they blocked with 2 cards, we're going to steal their entire hand. And that will definitely help us in the momentum game, especially if we can get this disenchantment off. Just to throw 10 damage, because damage is damage. I mean, their strongest play this game has been 10 damage, so hopefully we can make that look just average to us. But yeah, 2 cards, that's pretty good. Oh, they blocked with their entire hand. Oh, that's really good. I think we need the damage, and then we can heave 2. It's a little unfortunate because we're not going to get any value out of the pummel, but I can heave this in the arsenal, and hopefully... Oh, and we got another pummel. Oh, that's probably the best thing that could have happened there. Because we have a full hand, but the Gauntlet of Boulder Hold lets us use the extra blue we have in hand. And we have a pummel sitting on back, so that's really strong. And best case, or like if they full block again, we can just sit on the pummel. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I mean, we are still pretty low on life comparatively. They have a lot more armor block. I think it's unfortunate for them that we had the pummel again, but in the same vein of things, they did block my last pummel pretty well. They're really high on life too, so that's really scary. We need to get this damage through, we need to get this disruption through, and we need to take their cards. Okay. Ugh. Calm down. It's okay. I don't know. The more I play with this in Silver Age, the gauntlets of Boulder Hold actually seem really strong. But it's something that I was a classic hater. Yeah, they're not going to be happy about this. Even if they have unmovable red in Arsenal Block 8, still take 4 over. Oh, they do have the unmovable red. That's really good. 12, no pummel. Okay, we need to steal the momentum right now. And this is not a momentum stealing hand. Might be something we can sit on Arsenal with. Do like this in the Richter scale, but then you're not really gaining any value out of it. Oh, this is actually going south very quickly. I could do the dominate, because I don't 1, 2, 3 block, 3 from hand, take 2, go to 10. I think that would be pretty bad because they would still have a lot of the momentum. But that might be our only option. 8 dominate. Like if I arsenal that, my best option would be throw 6 and just block 2 from hand and have momentum. I think we have to 8 dominate. Hopefully this gets them to the threshold, gets them down to 9 health, so we can get more on a back and forth game again. Yeah, if they don't block with their equipment, because I think they also want to get the value out of their equipment, so blocking with those two just seems really bad. Taking 4, they're going to be at lower life. Do they have the defense reaction? No, they don't. Okay. We're feeling a little better now. We're feeling a little bit better. Ooh, we could even booze. Okay, I'm fine with seeing that. Create a vigor, and then you're going to create a vigor next turn. It turns you online if you're lower life, so maybe that's a little bad, but oh yeah, 3. This is going to come in for +1, so 7. I actually don't mind letting them draw a card and then throwing Aftershock. Yeah, I think that, and then throwing Aftershock, so you can get that Seismic Surge, throw Aftershock for 8, keep the momentum going, creating another Seismic Surge. Okay, I think we found ourselves in a good position now. It took a minute, but we're there. It got a little dicey there for a second. And I can't lose to KO Strongarm, because we have a local Noah around here, and I am a classic hater, and he's a big believer. I can't let it happen. But there we go. Throwing 8, pretty strong. It forces at least some sort of block if it's equipment or cards from hand, but also the threat of staying under is pretty relevant into the KO Strong Arm. So, pretty happy about that play. I'm glad we were able to pull back. We don't have any more pummels, which is a little unfortunate, but again, we still have 1 Zealous Belting. A classic hater, yep. Yeah, we still have 1 Zealous Belting, so. We still got a little momentum left in our deck with that. And worst case scenario, especially in Silver Age, what you could do is Zealous Belting, go again into Richter scale if you need to arsenal up something. Which isn't like the worst play in the game. It's not something you really want to do because I'd rather Zealous Belting Hammer, but if it keeps me up on life, that could be pretty strong. But here we go. It's definitely, yep, thinking, please bear with me. That's fine. I tried to put them in quite a tough position, so that's good. That is very good. Okay. Problem is we are low on equipment too. We've lost our arms, we've lost our head, our shield's down, our chest piece is down. We only have legs. So, I mean, in terms of life, if you include equipment, I think they are ahead because they have 1, 2, 3 life. I only have 2 extra life. No, we're tied in life. They do have booze, though, so they have a little bit of momentum going their way. It's going to be as if they're already online and ahead in life. So if they have a Mocking Blow, I think that's probably the worst case scenario for us. I have started to see a few of these Bark Obscenities coming, and that's been pretty interesting. Oh, don't worry. No, don't worry, don't worry. You are all good. No problem. There we go. No problem. Don't worry. Yeah, definitely a tough block for them. I would assume that they don't have the Mocking Blow with how long this is taking, which is pretty good for us. And they might have a lot of actual they might have a lot of two blocks, or it could be something where they don't have the blue pitch to turn on Mocking Blow. Because it seems like a pretty red line deck. Oh, there we go. Pass. Okay, they have a defense reaction. They probably have, yep, unmovable. Pitching a booze. Okay. I could see that was a little awkward there. I mean, that's actually 10 dominate. Because, oh, no. I mean, I think I still just block. Oh, they undid their action. I think I could see whatever they throw. I just block 6 on. Ooh, vigorous. Oh, that's even better for us. That's so much better for us. Oops, no, it's all good. No problem. No problem. Boop. I think I throw the shield in. Block 7. I'm going to create 2 Seismic Surge because I'm going to reveal this twice. And I'm going to have 10 Dominate Submit. So this is pretty good. This is what we wanted. We're definitely clawing ourselves back in this game where it was feeling a little rough for a second. And 10 Dominate. I'm going to steal their equipment if they don't have any more defense reactions, which they definitely don't have any more immovables, which is a very big thing. Really good. Outside of that. Oh, outside of that, I think we should be good. We're definitely gaining that momentum we need. We're going to get them to low life. And then at this point, if we get them really low, like if we get them down to single digits, we're going to get them down to single digits. I mean, if we get them to 2, 1 life, we could pretty much block out and throw hammer for the rest of the game. They're already on 15 cards to our 25 in deck. They have cards in hand, but doesn't make up for a 10 deficit. Yep, they're blocking with all their equipment suite. To not die here. Yeah, and I think they realize that they're not going to get higher life again in this game. Especially, yeah, dropping down to 2. Oh, that would be really good if we had any blues to give Zealous Belting go again, but we do not. This is an awkward hand, to say the least. Flex strength for 9. Okay, well, you can't... Well, you turn it into... So it's getting +4. 6, 9. Oh, this is actually an insane hand, because prime the crowd, it's getting +4. If it sets it to 6, it's getting +4, +3, +7, 13. That's really good. I think I block this, 13. I'd go down to 2 as well. Am I calculating right? Because if I go to 13 minus 5 equals 8, I'd go down to 1. I should probably block with this to make sure I keep some life. Yep. So we are tied, which is pretty awkward. But Boulder Drop is good here because it's going to rip 2 cards from hand, at least. If they have 2 blocks, maybe 3 cards from hand. But, let's see. It's an unfortunate red hand, but I mean, still being able to respond with Boulder Drop's pretty good. And dropping them to 1, pretty good here. Another all red hand. This is... No, I think they might have gotten us. They have Dominate, and they can turn it to 6. Oh, that's... No. Well, let's see. Do they have the blue? They do. Good game. Hope hopefully Noah was not watching. Oh, man, that Dominate's really good. One thing this list is like, man, I wish I could go less blues so I don't draw an all blue hand when I gain momentum, but I also want less red so I don't draw an all red hand when I need to come back. But very good game. It was very close. The Dominate on the very end was good. I mean, you can look through their deck, and that was the only Dominate they had. So, very good game. Today has not been good for me with this deck, but it is what it is. Okay, well, we'll jump into another game. Default Silver Age. Let's see if anyone wants to join. Valda. Deck. Ooh, an Aurora. This is going to be good practice. I think normally I like to put in the Null Room Boots into a lot of matchups, but Aurora just has so much go again. I think you have to put in the Null Rune Hood. 0 for 4 blocks is really good, and I think it's really interesting, but Hostile Encroachment in this matchup has actually been doing me a lot of justice. Just giving me that extra Seismic Surge and just 8 damage. And Aurora just can't block too well. It lets her filter her hand, which is kind of scary, but promising okay, this is a pretty okay hand. The more I play with Rebel Riser, the less I like it. Block with I think Promising Terrain. I definitely play Promising Terrain here. I think I'm gonna have to heave Rebel Riser, but I really wish I didn't have to. This will let me create an extra Seismic Surge. Rebel Riser, heaving it. Oh, cancel, sorry. Pass to end a turn. Sorry, I did not mean to try and do attack. That was almost bad. There we go. This is what I meant. Heave it. There we go. Oh, and we have Pummel on Boulder Drop, which is coming in for Dominate. This is pretty good. No, the burn-up's really strong. This is why we have the equipment, so hopefully our equipment can help us block. But I think this is something where we're willing to take a lot of arcane damage to throw. And this is another reason that the Blade Beckoner boots are really good in this matchup. It's just a block 2 on Starfall. Especially on their burn-up shock turn, it is pretty strong. I've definitely played a few Auroras that haven't arsenaled on their burn-up shock, so that's been a little bit interesting to me. Oh, and they don't have Go again? That's crazy. There's no way that's not just Lightning Breath. This is a little bit of an overblock. This might not go in my favor. But I'm going to block 7 just in case it's the Lightning Press. Because it would prevent... Like, if I blocked 4 on that, it would prevent 7 damage from coming through. Just by blocking 3 over. Oh, yeah. I can definitely... Have you seen the list yet? It's definitely a very interesting list. There's a few things I'd look to change. But if you missed the beginning, I can definitely go back and show you the list over again. I wish I could definitely arsenal that. But I think the good thing about this is... I can pop these arms now because I got an extra blue, which will then allow me to throw Boulder Drop for free and then Pummel on top. So this is going to be pretty good. I haven't. Okay, yeah. Yeah, after this match, we'll definitely go back and I'll look at the list just right up here on the tab, but here you go. And this is absolutely brutal. This is not what the Aurora wants to see because I'm going to be leaking a lot of damage. So it's going to be coming at 4. Maybe they have the Sigil of Souls, but I even have one floating. It is pretty good. They do. I knew it. Okay, but it is pretty good. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the unmovable blue, I actually only have one unmovable. I've been debating on putting another in, but my biggest fear is drawing 2 in one hand and, like, being stuck with the play of only, like, blocking, especially when I have the momentum. Because Valda feels very momentous as a deck. Yeah, taking all the equipment and 1 defense reaction. That's pretty good. And the Ravenous Rabble. Okay, that was a pretty good turn cycle for us. Now they have to put a card on top of their deck. These are the hands that you kind of play for in Valda. Like, being able to set up and then just throw the insane turn like that. I'm going to pitch stack that unmovable. Okay. So Aftershock. Oh. I don't think they must have not meant to pass their turn. Yeah. Disable first and then unmovable after because I don't really want to see it this match. It's just a blue. Yep, they did not mean to pass. So, 4, I could do that in Aftershock, so block 2, pass, Trigger that. Show debilitate. Oh, they have some sort of instant. I don't know. Okay. I'm glad they played it because I hate reading off of just how long it takes sometimes. And they did. Oh, they did have the instant on that 0 for 4 attack that I blocked 7. That's crazy. I'm so happy I read that. And we're going to be taking a little bit of damage here, but I have a pretty okay lead. I'm going to go Promising Terrain into Aftershock. This will allow me to create 2 Seismic Surge off this Aftershock. Because 1 popped, so then it's going to throw in and it's going to do... I do actually have the old ones. Sorry, I don't know how late that was a response, but I do have the old ones. I actually really like the card in this list. We just haven't seen them yet. I'd be interested. How many of the... I mean, we still have the Crash and Bash. No, we haven't seen any old ones, which is interesting. And this might be a good hand just to block out and clear that Rebel Riser out of Arsenal. 2, because outside of that, I don't really care about any of these crush effects. I guess Chokeslam technically matters, but they already got rid of one. I mean, 2, they have 2 cards in hand. Worst case scenario, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. Block. I think blocking here no matter what, but they have the +3. I might lose some value there. The embodiment. Oh, they paid into the embodiment, so they're going to give go again to their next attack. Snatch. Ooh, that's really good. Seismic Surge would be interesting. It would turn Promising Terrain online. I'm so tempted to let this hit. I might let this hit, turn on Promising Terrain to get the extra 2 Seismic Surge. I mean, worst case scenario, we roll Rebel Riser out if we draw something we can't use, because on the hit, that's going to create 2. Yep. And we'll see what we draw. And that's definitely not what we wanted to see out of that. I think we have to eat this and see what the next attack is, because if it's another Snatch, I would love to block that. Not what we wanted to see. Could have definitely blocked that and saved life. Okay, well, we have a Boulder Drop coming in for free. Is there anything I can pitch to? Not really. I think it is just Boulder Drop for 7. It is something that it's going to rip at least a card out of their hand. I have to... Oh, Springboard. That makes sense. I was like, they have to block or they die, so... Oh, and they have the Sigil. Okay, yeah, I'll pitch 1. I mean, that's a pretty good defensive turn by them. They were able to fully block our dominated attack, so that's pretty good. So their next elemental or lightning attack. Can you reveal? Okay, what's our response? I don't have a way to have the Seismic Surge. Let's see. I don't think I have the room for this match. I feel like I only get punished with the 1 damage if they hit with... Maybe I should have blocked with Aftershock. I did not think about that. Well, okay, here we go. That's the okay thing. Disable's going to be a little easier late game to pull off. Throwing 4 here is not bad, especially when they're at low life. Does this have the on-hit? Yeah, this does have the on-hit, so I think we do want to block the full 7 here. We did keep a little bit of equipment for this. The only thing that is a little scary at this point is they still have 1 more burn-up shock in deck, and we have no equipment to block it. So Hammer for 4. We also haven't seen any of our old ones, and I'm running 4 of the old ones right now. Oh, they do have the full equipment suite. I guess that Hammer didn't really do anything, but that's fine. Next time we throw Hammer, it will do something. Hostile Encroachment is pretty okay here. It's just a lot of damage. Maybe block with these 2. Just if we see the burn up shock, that's, yep, not what we wanted to see. We cannot pitch the Arcane here. We have to make sure we can block out the damage. The thing is, Aurora can just make this so awkward. Okay. I mean, if they have the shock here, I think they're in a really good position. Or the Lightning Press here. because I think they have one more lightning press as well. There's Rubble Riser as the first pitching to it. Okay. Okay, this is okay. Yeah, I think the Rubble Riser as the first card we arsenaled, it did us justice for one turn, and it has been stuck there. Okay. No, this is totally fine. We're happy blocking this turn out. We do not want their burn up shock to go through, so. End of turn. Yep. Nothing we can do here. Just pass back. We got some of their best threats out of the deck, so we got rid of Static Shock, so that's pretty okay. Electrostatic. Oh, there's one of our old ones. Now we're in a kind of bad position. But, again, if we can just throw Hammer. I don't think we can really get fatigued. I know we're lower on cards, but 6. I mean, if it's only 6. I mean, Lightning Press, I don't think I care about at this point. It's a little scary if we get low, but if you play it just to get me low, I can not worry about it for the rest of the game. I'd be pretty happy about that. Okay. Okay, I think we're in a pretty good position now. They have no equipment to use, and we can throw Hammer. I guess last turn we could have popped Richter Scale. I didn't even think about that, but I don't know how much it would have valued us because we were so far on the back foot. If we were forced to full block that turn, I would have just... I just don't want to be stuck in a full block position, pop Richter Scale, and hope that it kind of buys us out of that, but there we go. Yeah, I don't think they block it either, but now they're in a really, really tough position if they do not kill me here. Because Flittering Charge, this is probably going to be the Lightning Press, but I'm okay with that. So block here, I'm going to get one Seismic Surge off the, I think the Disenchantment. I'll say Buckling Blow. That one just doesn't give any information out. I have a blue. I'm a Guardian. Yep. Okay, I'm very happy to get this out now. That's okay with me. I'll take 3 damage just to get that out. Starfall, I mean, if we just take 2 damage, there's probably more dangerous things that they could have. We could see if they have both snatches. No, they've only played 1, so it's like, that 4 is pretty rough. We definitely have to block with this for now. They created don't be snatched, don't be snatched. Oh, they arsenaled. Oh, that's good for us. Keeping the old one's not good then. But, I mean, Rubble Riser now for 6. They have to block with at least 2 cards or die. So, we are in a good position. We are taking cards from their hand now, which is even better for us. And I mean, like, being able to arsenal the Disenchantment's not so bad now. Because if we can, Disenchantment. If we can arsenal this Disenchantment, then, like, if we keep 2 cards at any point, kind of like we did this turn, we'd be able to throw 10. And that's almost certainly game against Aurora. She just has to make 2 blocks. Somersault. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I do not have any pitch to heave, but there we go. And we found all of our old ones. So this is definitely a blocking hand if I've ever seen one. And they're going to fuse, showing us Fry. We just can't, unfortunately, block this. This is going to be a really awkward turn. Because we're going to take 1 there. If they pitch... They showed us Fry, but if they pitch Fry... Oh. Thinking. But if they pitch Fry to Starfall, then it makes this a little more complicated. Sizzle. Ooh, we know... Oh. Did they mean to play it? Sizzle, Starfall. Yeah, they meant to play it. But I mean, I'm okay. Honestly, I'm okay with this outcome. The only unfortunate thing is this is only going to be a hammer for. I mean, I could tectonic instability myself. But I guess if I don't draw the blue, I just lose. So, hammer for 3. Take at least a card. We are in a pretty scary situation, but they are running pretty low on deck, so I'm hoping a lot of their threats are gone. Like their natural go again and fry is gone, the electrostatic discharges are gone, the lightning presses are gone, the sizzles are gone. Yeah. Their defense reactions, from what I can tell, are gone. Their entwine lightnings, they might have an entwine. That's probably what I don't want to see, is entwine lightning into something else. 3 block, that's pretty good. Okay, Crash and Bash is good. Crash and Bash is bad. Hostile encroachment, very good. Oh, did something else need to happen? Let's see. Oh, I don't know if that's what they're meant to do. But, okay. Okay. Oh, are they want to block with a different card? Is that what's going on? It's probably a flittering charge. I don't know if they have any more instants, and they probably are thinking, oh, I need to save the 1 life. But then they realize they can't do their turn with flittering charge. Oh, entwine lightning. Okay, no, I'm really happy to see that. That was the one card I was really worried about. 4 go again. Okay. Oh, and you dropped 1 life. Okay, I see the thought process. Do I gain any value by revealing? Maybe. I guess we'll try it. In case they draw a card at some point, and I block with Crash and Bash. Oh, No, but I would have to. So yeah, I can't. So this is the only thing they're throwing right now. I will be able to throw hammer. Yeah, I will have to block with these, but I will be able to throw hammer for 4, so that's okay. I would have really liked to, but I can't. So, Titan's Fist. We are on Valda. How are you doing? I've seen a few of your videos on the A to Z guide for the new Sage. I don't know why I'm like losing my mind here, but cooking up a Valda list. After this match, we're gonna go back into the list and just talk it over a little bit. But I am like pretty okay. I'm pretty happy with this list, but at the same time, like today has not been as good as the other 2 days, and I think everyone's just getting a little more formulated on their list, which makes sense. Sage has been insanely fun. I've like played so much Sage. But here we go. Okay, Scar first Scar is pretty good to see blocking here. And then that one's pretty good. Take a lot of the go again options. I think that's kind of what we're scared of. Why overblock in this? Oh, so the reason I overblocked the snatch. Okay, this is actually really good for us. Yeah, if you want my list for when you do, or if you want to work together when you do your A to Z, I would love to do it. But yeah, 21 life's insane. I think I'm gonna pass here just in case they have something silly. But the reason that I overblocked it was because I want to keep the extra life just in case they have one. Maybe you're right. Maybe that isn't quite correct. Yeah, because I could have thrown 8. You are definitely right there. I think that is correct to not have blocked that. But it lets me keep a little more life, so it's kind of how it is. But yeah, Valda's been feeling really good, and like the 21 life is pretty strong, especially into like the new KO. The new KO has been, from what I can tell, pretty strong. Oh yeah, I swear I'm one of very few people that play Valda. Oh, here we go. Okay. Discarding it. How much does that even prevent again? Okay, so they're preventing all the damage. But we are currently fatiguing them. So we might just win this off of fatigue, which I haven't seen happen to an Aurora before. Sigil of Lightning, they are going to just get guaranteed go again next turn, so this could be a little bit scary. I love Valda too. I have been blinging her out. She has been probably the favorite deck I've ever seen in Flesh and Blood. Uh, okay, so maybe it was correct to have a little bit of extra life because I can take the one Arcane and still block out this turn. So, pretty good. Very close. Very close. I what did they fuse with? I should have checked. I do not know. But good news. I don't think we die here, and we're gonna have more cards to theirs. They're doing one. They're pitching. Oh, it was a Sigil of Lightning. I mean, block with this, and then we can just swing Hammer for 4, and they can't block it because they have instants. Here we go. Oh, I mean, and with the Arcane there, like we could have provided more pressure, and maybe, perhaps, they wouldn't have been able to throw such a big hand. Very good game, though. Very good game. Yeah, the hostile encroachment there, I could have definitely thrown. I don't know if what was 100% correct. Yeah, this deck gets insane sometimes. Like turn value 17, 17, 19, 16. Bonkers. But yeah, let's go back to the list. So here we go. So, going over the list again, we got the equipment, which, like, Civic's Peak is actually insane in Valda. It's so good. It lets you turn on things, it lets you get dominate. It is something you have to be, like, careful about, because you can definitely give the opponent stuff that you don't want them to have. But it's just strong because it allows you to do some of the more crazy plays in the deck. It allows you to go ahead and, like, dominate an attack, or it allows you to get the second Seismic Surge for, like, disabled a 2-card 9. It allows you to, like, turn on Aftershock without have setting up beforehand. And then the Peak tech, yeah, Civic Peak is insane. Yeah, I love Civic's Peak. And I do think in CC it could be very strong. I've been on the... it is huge. But I've been on the Crown of Providence just for a little more consistency, but I was on Peak for a while. I think that it is scary into aggressive decks, and that's kind of why I switched it in for the Null Rune instead, because Aurora just has so much go again that sometimes, like, I played a couple games and it's like, block with Civic's Peak, and they do some instant shenanigans, and giving them cards isn't good. But so Civic's Peak is probably one of the most impressive cards in the deck. Gauntlets of Boulderhold. I hated these cards when they came out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this card's not good. And then Sage came out. I'm like, this card is absolutely amazing because I don't get the like 2 legendary gauntlets and 1 majestic gauntlet to play with. So this card's actually really good because I think we saw early in the game where that we drew an extra blue, and we were able to, on the boulder drop, just play the extra blue into this. So that's really strong. Richter Scale has like felt like the strongest and it's like the strongest piece, but it's also the weakest piece because some games like it allows you to just set up and do a crazy turn. Some games it's just a block 1 chess piece. The most expensive Goliath Gauntlet, yeah. You know, paying 0 is pretty good. What about paying 3? But no, it ends up being really good in this format. Steelblade Buckler, obvious. Titan's Fist, pretty obvious. We go into the Aftershock. You've got, I think all of them, especially. I'm not a huge Aftershock fan. I do like it, but in CC, I've actually cut it from my list. But in this format, it's really strong just to gain value. It's like more about the value play than it is about like comboing into something big. Then obviously you have Boulder Drop. Disable is like your strongest attack. It feels like you're majestic at this level. And I say like you're majestic, but it is like oh, I'm throwing 9, put a card, like 9 with disruption. You don't get a lot of that, especially at such a low level. And with Valda, you can even 2-card 9 sometimes, which is really strong. And oh, it's out. Yeah, yeah. The Aftershock is out of my list. I just don't have the room for it, and it's I don't know. It just never felt quite exactly what I wanted. I ended up actually having the smeltings over it in CC. Because the biggest problem I have with Aftershock is if you don't have leyline, it doesn't feel necessarily as strong. And I want to be able to keep my consistency even if I don't have leyline, I didn't create a seismic surge. Smelting at least lets me heave it 2 or even just throw 10, which is pretty strong. But it's it's something I should probably play around with more in CC, but it was something that I tried and I wasn't super huge on. But going back, you have the disenchantments, which are just 6 for 10s, heave 2. They allow you to set up for some pretty big turns and getting dominate on it, especially late game, like 10 dominate. I think we did that in the last game. Pretty strong. Pummel, obvious. And then you got all the blue 6s. So you got Buckling Blow, Choke Slam, Debilitate, Rubble Riser, I think we saw in that one match. Yeah, Leyline is a really strong card, but Rubble Riser, is it definitely it feels okay. I think I want to do a little more testing with Rubble Riser to see if it really makes the list. Like, we definitely got it stuck in Arsenal for a long time, and that felt pretty bad. We could have maybe Tectonic Instability. Tectonic Instability, as a card, is either the best card in your deck or the worst card in your deck, and it's really hard to separate the two. And then you got Promising Terrain. We got a lot of value out of Promising Terrain that last game, but that's another card that is I think Tectonic, depending on the matchup and depending when and where. Best or worst card. Macho Grande makes a lot of sense. I actually don't have it in my CC list either, but having it at a rare is pretty strong. So just an endgame dominate, especially when you can just so easily have one seismic surge to throw it for 2 card 8 with dominate. Crash and Bash, again, I think it's especially the blue, as main deck, because it's a blue. It doesn't really punish you if the person's throwing Arcane. I have 1 unmovable blue. I'm really scared of drawing 2, so that's kind of why I have only 1 at the moment. But 1 unmovable blue, and you got 4 Null Rune because I don't even think it saved in my results for some reason, because I played a Kano. Yeah, I didn't even save in the results. But I had Null Rune 1, and then I played a Kano, very first Sage game ever, and got absolutely blown up. So I'm like, okay, we're putting an Arcane Barrier 2, or 4. And then you have Chokeslam, I think is pretty obvious. Hostile Encroachment is actually kind of spicy. It doesn't come into a lot of matchups, but just the idea of I can generate a Seismic Surge off a 2 card 8. 2 card 8, pretty strong, especially when that's what we're trying to do off of Aftershock. And 2 card 8 that generates a Seismic Surge, just again, what we want with Aftershock. And this one doesn't take any setup. The only downside is the opponent draws a card and they get to choose what they keep, and sometimes that makes their hand better, and that's why it's a side deck thing. Zealous Belting, again, is just kind of a tempo card. It's been a Guardian staple for a long time. And then here's my big maybe list. But yeah, I'm debating putting in the blue staunches, and I get it. It's oh, but the unmovable. They don't go well, and that's kind of the one thing. But they allow you to go pretty tall. I did have Geyser of Seismic Surging in for a while, but I don't think I ever got it off once. And the one time I did, it really didn't make sense. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm sitting at right now. I'm tempted. I haven't played a lot of Rune Blades. I played Aurora, but Aurora doesn't create a lot of auras. I'm tempted to see if Renounced Grandeur would do better if Viscerai gets popular. But anyways, I'm actually 2 cards short from a full deck right now because I'm at 53. I'm trying to figure out what I want for those other 2 cards. I want to say Geyser. I say I never got it off and it wasn't relevant. I think maybe there's once or twice with the amount of games I've played. But it's just so often it wasn't impressive. And it's kind of the idea of, if I got it off turn 0, absolutely insane card. It's probably the best card in the deck right then. It's like Leyline, but the thing about this card is it doesn't stay around the entire game like Leyline does. And it's also not blue like Leyline. So that's really the biggest downside was the red. Because it ended up taking from my sideboard spot. Because and maybe it's a sideboard card. That could be something interesting. Into maybe it's I could see it into Oldhim when they're getting super defensive, just so you can throw more dominates. But yeah, that's kind of the list right now. Fault line could be really good, especially if we have the Rubble Riser incident again. But yeah, let's go into another game. Oh. Okay. And we got Public, Silver Age. Here we go. Yeah. This deck's felt pretty good. I've been feeling pretty like strong, but I can definitely feel like the first day I think I went undefeated. Like the first day that Sage was really out. I think I won 6 games in a row. I'm like, oh my god, I found the most broken deck ever. Second day, I lost one, won five. I'm like, okay, no, this feels pretty okay still. Today has not gone the same. I have won like three, lost like five. So it's definitely feels like people are figuring out their decks a lot better than I am, at least at the moment. But I'm narrowing things down. I think getting the play pattern down. It definitely is tighter, but I don't know. Silver Age has just been so insanely fun right now. It has been so cool. So we'll wait. Hopefully someone will join us soon. Did I put it on public? Yes, no, maybe so. We'll give it another 10 seconds just in case I didn't put it in public. I can't remember if I did, but hopefully. Okay, yeah, let's just... Okay, it should have been on public. Let's try it one more time. It is getting a little late, so I could understand if maybe not a lot of people are on. But like, I feel like I've seen the Silver Age queue is just huge. Yeah, that's competitive Silver Age too. That's a huge queue. Is anyone else playing Silver Age Valda? Let's see. There is respect. Okay. Let's get back in this. Hopefully someone joins us a little bit quicker. Okay. Let's think. I mean, one thing I want to I guess I could talk about while we're waiting for an opponent was the Hostile Encroachment is a card that's like, it's in sideboard just because it fixes the hands. But it is like strong in Silver Age because like a 2-card 8 is really hard to get. There we go. Oh, chain. I think we want to go first just so I don't get the shackles. Them drawing a card's probably pretty good, so let's not give Civic's Peak to them. Do they? Oh man, I haven't played Chain in like 3-4 years, so this should be interesting. Draw, discard. Do they block well? I don't think Zell's belting it. Like, I know it's a fast, momentous game, but I don't know if that's it. They're going to definitely attack, so Crash and Bash is pretty good. I'm going to try Hostile Encroachment into this one because I don't think they block as well. And... one Chokeslam. Submit deck. Oh, this is an insane starting hand. Promising Terrain, Smelting, Heave. And then you have the Pummel on the back, so we're going to have Dominate with this, and I'm going to gain a life. I think this is a pretty good starting hand. Promising. Runeblade equipment's also very fun to see. Then I'm going to move to end phase. Heave. Okay, so we hope to draw blue. Or we could just throw the Hostile Encroachment. Keep this, keep that in Arsenal. It could, okay, so we could look at keeping this. Well, if we keep another red, it maybe is not as good as I think. I think we really want to draw a blue here. It might be a scenario of we just block with these, keep the blue, throw this for 10, dominate. If we draw a second blue off of the Promising, we can throw Pummel. Otherwise, we might Arsenal. No! Okay, never mind. Our plans are all ruined. Condemned to slaughter. That's pretty good. Oh, are they playing it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they saw our hand. Maybe they didn't see our hand. Yeah. Well, I say see our hand. They definitely didn't see our hand, but they know how relevant it is to have that dominate. Choose one to sacrifice. I think it's almost more relevant. Yeah, promising terrain. Unfortunate. Keeping dominate's just better than that. So we're not drawing a card anymore. So I think it is just gonna be the throw that, I mean, unless they're, so how much does that give? +3? I mean, we could throw the hostile encroachment with a pummel on top. 7 on hit. I mean, definitely blocking here. Or you could keep the choke slam. Because you have that. Let's see what their deck looks like. Doesn't look like a ton of... It's a Rune Gate deck. Interesting. I definitely don't want them getting the Rune Chant. I think I'm going to block like this. Which seems a little bit crazy. Especially if they are getting an extra Rune Chant. But getting the Dominate... I think... Yeah, I think the answer is going to be Hostile Encroachment. And it's coming in for 8 Dominate. Could have definitely kept the Choke Slam, and that might be a good question, is if that was value or worth it. But the nice thing about the Hostile Encroachment is it's going to generate a Seismic Surge for us. I don't know how valuable that Seismic Surge will be, but I mean, if we get into an Aftershock, that's pretty strong. Yeah, they have a 5-card hand, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, they're blocking with 1, and they are going to have to discard 2. Pretty strong, pretty good. And I mean, I guess this, in case, well, they blocked with 1 card from hand, so. Yep, and discard 2. And this is where, like, Hostile Encroachment feels pretty good. Because we even kept 1 in case they had one of the Sigils of Suffering, so. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. This is a hand of all time. Okay. I mean, if you're just gonna... I mean, they gave go again. 2 into... I mean... Because that's going to be coming in for 4, because they played a non-attack. Could crash and bash this, revealing this. Throw 10? I don't think I'm stopping the Rune Chance, so... I could probably skip all Rune Chance because we're not going to block them. Because we can throw 10. Because if we do this with this, we're blocking 4, revealing 1, having 2 Seismic Surges. 2, and it'll cost 4, and we can Arsenal another. So I think that is... It's like you could block... This is the interesting thing. We could... Actually, it might just be better to block with like Smelting and the Shield. And then you can just throw 10 and Arsenal the other. And we keep our Boots for another Sword Swing. So, okay, I think I'm pretty okay with this. Wish we could have generated another Seismic Surge, but we're just going to throw 10. 10's pretty good. He doesn't block very well. All 0 blocks, so all damage is just straight. If you control an aura, which, yeah, so that's just gain 1, which is pretty strong. Create a Rune Chant, which is pretty strong. Block 0, which is not as strong. And that's pretty cool. I mean, also, it's pretty cool for us. We create a Seismic Surge whenever they activate that, but... Oh, if we had an extra side. But pop Evanfold, please. We could... They do that, we get 2 Seismic Surge because we block with Crash and Bash, revealing, and then pummel. But also, it might just... I think this turn also is just... Block Crash and Bash, throw 10, and throw pummel in the arsenal. Oh, no way. Okay, we're pummeling this turn. That was probably the best thing that could have happened to us. I don't think they realized how big of a mistake that is. You can hit me with your sword. I'll let you generate all the Rune Chants if it comes in for more than 4 or more than 6. I mean, I'm gonna take damage this turn. I mean, I have to block with this just to guarantee. I think I'll do this just in case they really don't have anything else to respond with. They have the go again, but we'll see if it's really necessary. But we're gonna throw 14 pummel right now. So I don't know if this can go much better. Gain a resource. Are you gonna pitch the Nebula? Oh, you did. Oh, does that destroy? Oh, interesting. Nebula for 1. Oh, wait a second. You're getting blocked with boots. This turn could not have gone better. That's really unfortunate for them. So, Disenchantment. Coming in for 10. And we're going to pummel this. So, we'll see how they do with this hand. Because if they full block... Well, they might full block. I mean, the problem is, if they block 9, I just kill them. Yeah, that's there's the problem. So, oh no, it's stuck up here. They blocked 2, 8. They could have blocked 10, but they would have gone to 1, had no cards in hand. They wouldn't have died to Blood Debt, but then I would have thrown 10 again. 2 floating, I know. That's the other thing of why I really like the disenchantments, because there's a lot of times where I go 2 floating with the or the old ones in hand, like 2 floating, and then it's like they way over block, or you can tell they blocked like one really weird way because they think it's a pummel, and you're like, okay, I'll just heave 2, put in an arsenal. Pretty strong. But anyways, that was pretty good. I was a lot more afraid of chain than I thought I should be, but I was also a Rune Gate build. The other thing that's really, really cool about Silver Age is it feels like every deck's different right now. Like, there's not just, like, the best deck for everything, so that's pretty cool. So, yeah, we'll go play a little more. A couple more games. Oh, into an Azalea. I think I want to go first just so I can not have them set up on me. That feels like I mean, Valda generally is pretty good at going first, but that feels like a lot of... And Chokeslam's definitely the best card in there. There you go. Yeah, and I think Hostile Encroachment makes it in again. That definitely is a lot of Valda is just going first. It's almost tempting just to play Promising Terrain and pop Richter Scale, but you definitely need that block. I want to Arsenal this. They're going to be able to pop a pretty big Dominate on me, I'm pretty sure. This is going to give me 0 value. It's almost worth it. I mean, actually, you are gaining 1 life by doing this now. So I think Promising Terrain, popping Richter Scale. I lose the 1 block, but I gain 1 life. I don't get a pop hammer, but that's fine. This deck's broken. We drew a pummel. We only need to keep 1 blue. Oh, and they're drawing a card. Oh, we're going up to 5 Seismic Surge. Okay, Death Dealer's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Okay, pump it to however high you want to be. Nimblism's pretty okay. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. Could have probably seen it was a Nimblism deck, but... What rot. Go again. Doesn't it have Dominate? Oh, wait. We need to keep a card. That's pretty okay into Azalea. Actually, I might keep that. I don't want to use it now. We're gonna get a Blood Rot is the problem. We're gonna get a Blood Rot unless we block with Civic's Peak. I mean, they're drawing a card, which I guess the value isn't as much, but this is pretty much blocking 5 by putting Civic's Peak in here. Block 5, they draw a card. Can or cannot be relevant. Yeah. But we definitely are letting this hit. Oh, and they can still activate Azalea, so this could be bad. Oh, that's really... Oh, well, it's not buffed. For Dominate, that's fine. Cool. We have 7 Seismic Surge. That's absolutely insane. The other thing is that this is insanely strong, because I was going to say, we draw a red, we have an Arsenal target. We draw a blue, we pop Gauntlets. And this is being Gauntlets into Chokeslam. Coming in for 10 Dominate. two in hand. What else could it be but a pummel? This is a brutal hand. Because this also just turns off Azalea. She can't buff her attacks. This is crazy. Very crazy deck. Yeah, absolutely brutal. So Azalea's going to take 11, discard a card, and can't gain on attacks. So you might as well discard your buff. We kind of want to see that one first. Disable's pretty good. Drill shot for 4. That's pretty okay. I mean, it is, I think, promising is probably correct to get rid of here. And we'll just throw Disable, which is also just brutal into Azalea. Because it just threatens the arsenal. And there's just so many 2 blocks in the buffs. So like when you buff, it's a 2 block. That's a 2 block. She hasn't seen a lot of her buffs, so this could be really bad for her. She's seen a lot of her arrows. Arrow, 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 arrow. So if you just have a lot of buffs, block with 3 buffs, it's gonna drop. Have a defense reaction? Or are you gonna take? Oh, that's smart. I didn't even think about the extra helmet piece. That's pretty smart. Oh, and then we got a pretty good value play. Oh. Yeah, activate Death Dealer, give us this. We can block with Rubble Riser, throw Aftershock, Arsenal, another Aftershock. So we're going to have 2 for 8 turns, which is... 12 is pretty strong with a Blood Rot on top. I could block this, but it's a lot of damage. But I'm pretty far ahead, so take 9 down to 9 minus 2, so I would be at 7. But I'm going to be throwing 8, forcing like 2 cards out of hand. So I think the momentum that this gives is just going to be too much that Azalea can't deal with. And here we go. Aftershock for 8. Generating another Seismic Surge. So I can throw Aftershock for 8 again. That was a pretty good turn, though. That was like really strong from Azalea. 5. That's still lethal. I don't... yeah, I'm like... I think your math was off. There you go. Speaking of the Noah, don't go back earlier in the stream. You don't need to look at that. There definitely was no Chaos Strong Arm, and Chaos Strong Arm is definitely not a good deck. No, I do not want to pay. It's been only wins all night long. Just don't investigate. Okay. 4 damage. I mean, can I do anything with this hand? I mean, we're going to Arsenal Boulder Drop. It's almost just worth it to block 6 on this because we're not getting fatigued, and we can just throw 8. KO might be best I could format. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just don't let don't let Noah know. But yeah, KO seems really strong in Sage, which is really cool. I think that is really cool. Not as strong as Valda. No. But yeah, no, it seems pretty good. Boulder drop. Oh, and I get Arsenal and Unmovable. This seems not fair. I mean, I can throw dump. Yeah. Yeah, they just end up giving up. 10 at 2. Oh, that just kills them. Oh, I just killed them this turn if I threw this. I mean, I think the plan what I was going to go with was Boulder Drop, pitching Thunderquake, and heaving this, holding this, and you just need 1. And yeah, and then we'd have Dominate. So we'd have a 1-card Dominate next turn, because we have Macho, Buckling, and then Hostile Encroachment, holding onto the Crash and Bash. They would probably put drill shot on top, and like, okay, I don't think I care that much, but then yeah, again, I'd have dominate for 10, and Azalea just has no way to get around it, so pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. Well, let's queue up into another game. Silver Age Public. So, I think there's a comment on one of my Valda or like the Valda deck tech that I posted last week about Steadfast, and I've almost been tempted to put in Steadfast because I'm trying to figure out what to put in as my last two cards in deck, and like blue Steadfast could be it, red Steadfast could be it. It's a card that prevents damage, which is pretty strong. Okay, let's see what this is. Hopefully it's a KO so we can beat up and show Noah what's business is. Oh, it's a Phi. That's so cool. That's really cool. I'm really scared of Phi, honestly. Phi is like, especially, at least in CC, I feel so bad into Phi. It like just a lot of block like in equipment, so you can't really spinal crush them, and they just like do better value than you. It's kind of similar to like Fang. Fang's pretty bad for Valda. Building the deck now. Yeah, I think you'd like this format. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. If you're building Phi, yeah, that's scary. If you're building KO, not as scary, but I do think it's really strong. I'm almost tempted just to throw damage. That might be just the best option. Because I can just hold on to the pummel. Okay. Just force them to block out, which I think I feel pretty fine about. I mean, the battle one on all this is pretty relevant. Blocking 7, that's pretty okay. Already fatiguing them. Civic's Peak. If I can get... Oh, well, I can block with Crash and Bash. Well, if I could Civics... Well, I guess I could just... Aftershock, no extra benefit. I could also just keep the pummel and Arsenal blocking. Phi to get the Phoenix Flame, pitching a blue, getting a starter. Okay. Must not be a good hand. That's fine by me. I don't think I'm getting the disenchantment. Suddenly attacks create a fealty. Yeah, I don't think the disenchantment's gonna make it. Oh, I should have blocked with Crash and Bash first. Oh no. Okay, that's pretty bad. 3. That's actually a mistake by me. I think I will take the 3 and see what they have to send, because at least I can throw Aftershock with a pommel now. Pop that, make this Draconic. Okay. I mean, drawing a card's so bad. Okay, this is pretty bad. I think I have to Aftershock Pummel. I accidentally played into a bad line. I mean, 12 on hit, discard's not the worst thing in the world. No, I have to save it. I'm going down to 11, which is pretty bad. dealt 10 damage to me that turn, and that was a bad hand by them because they had to search up the Phoenix Flame immediately. Yeah, I think it would have been better to block with Crash and Bash than Disenchantment and keep the pummel on Arsenal. And then I could have thrown 8, blocking 5, which is like almost the same value without the pummel, and I like the pummel discard, and I keep it. Rake over the coals. Such a cool card. Such a cool card. Okay, this is a pretty okay hand. I don't think that's good in this matchup. Hmm, 4 is fine. I'll block 4. Revealing Boulder Drop. I guess I don't know if this really mattered, but Snatch is really good. I will not let you draw. You will not pass go. You will not collect $200. I mean, you know that the Boulder Drop's coming, but I don't think it really changed their play line. 7 damage. And I mean, they have to block. Yeah, they're blocking with their equipment and taking 3. Interesting. Okay. I mean, they are keeping their whole hand, which is pretty strong for this deck. And now they can... Ooh. Ooh. Is this the 2-card 9? I think it is. Okay, but... Revealing Chokeslam, not give them the idea that a 2-card 9's coming their way. They have no armor value now. I mean, they can generate a pitch. I really want to keep this for a break point. As bad as this feels, I'm going to eat the 3. Because in case they have a Snatch, I'd rather block with these 3. Ronin Renegade. It has Go Again. I can't let them... If they Arsenal, I can't just let them have it. So they Arsenal, even though it says Go Again, I just lose. I mean, 1 is fine. I'm not too worried about 1 damage through the Phoenix Flame. It is 1 free damage on their part, so that's pretty strong, but... Ravenous. Okay. Rising Resentment. Okay, that's... Could have gone a lot worse. It could have gone a lot better, looking at my life. But it could have gone a lot worse. I mean, they have no armor. I'm going to be throwing 9 at them. They have to block with at least 2 cards or lose the game. Because they'd have no equipment now. So that's pretty strong. The Pouncing Paws, create a Crouching Tiger. You may play it. Activate this only if you've attacked with Crouching Tiger. So they could create 1, attack for 2. Is that an instant? Okay. Oh, but it's the next. Create 1, attack for 2, gain a resource is pretty strong. Bet you thought you were getting a little more value out of that blade back in her helm, but nope. I will not allow it if I have the option. The problem is I'm also at 2, so I'm really low on life. I've already seen both my Crash and Bashes too, especially into this deck. Maybe another thing that could be interesting is getting a different helmet just for these hyper-aggressive decks. Blocking with 3 cards. Oh, I think that was best case. I mean, they can throw a 0 for 4 and ending turn. I could hostile encroachment for 10 and then arsenal this disable. Have I seen my other Crash and Bash? No. But yeah. 10 damage. That will... They're going to have 5 cards. 3, 9. They could block with 3 of them, keep 2. Or I could disable for 9. They'd have to block with 3. I think disable for 9, arsenal the hostile encroachment. Just because I don't want to give them the extra card right now, which would allow them to actually play around the 10 a little bit better. I have a lot of 2 blocks too, so that's pretty And they could have drawn a 3 block and then blocked better. So I can block pretty well this turn. End turn. Okay. I think I just throw 10 pitching. 7. I'm going to fatigue them at this rate if they just keep blocking. And now they have to block with all their cards. If they threw a 0 for me, yeah, they're okay. What was in their arsenal? It's kind of rake over the coals. Oh, ooh, that's spicy. That would have. I didn't even think about that. That would have been bad. That could have killed me. They just kept, like, I guess, say they had a 0 for 3. I mean, even if they kept the Ravenous the turn before and blocked with this, I probably wouldn't have full blocked. Because I would have been throw 10 and they could have got me over the top. But, okay. That felt okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. Good game. I should have said this a lot earlier, but homepage. Okay, this deck's starting to feel a little bit better now, though, the later we play. Could also maybe add the block 4s that if it's a Guardian hero, you clash. Valda, especially in Silver Age, has felt pretty okay. At clashing, at least, because you just have so many big attacks. Like, the only misses I have is one. Let's see how many misses I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's like close to what? Okay, we're playing another chain. I don't know if this is the same chain, but that last one did pretty well. I think the hostile encroachment and 1 chokeslam. This might be the exact same chain player. Yeah, so I'll see what they want to do first turn. I think going first is really strong for them. I mean, I feel like this already started off better. They didn't get a lot of their rune chant generators off very early. So start with that. Chain. Get the Soul Shackle. I wonder if I could just fatigue. I'm gonna block with my Promisings. I could heave 2 into it. I mean, if I'm looking to fatigue, maybe it's correct to keep a Promising pitch disable. Just go to heave 2, get 3. But I don't know if fatigue's the option. It was never the option early on, so the idea of fatiguing now is a little scary for me. Tectonic instability. I don't think that would help me here. I don't... Maybe arsenaling the disable's the best play here. I could play in the gauntlets, but I do want that 1 block, so... Smelting. Going in for 10. Just 10 damage. I mean, blocking seems pretty good for me pretty early on. I mean, I will happily pay for 1. I did not want that hand anyway, so that's fine. That's so bad. Okay, oh no. Oh, that's banished. Okay, maybe this could be worse. Or better. That it could be worse is what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the chain decides to do here. Because I think we would be very happy just to block 7, maybe 10, and Arsenal the Pummel. Maybe even Arsenal the Boulder Drop, depending on the breakpoints. I think that's kind of what we're going to play in between. Soul Shackle Unix. Oh, that's all you're doing for turn? Okay. Well, this is not a great hand. I think it is just a Boulder Drop then. It's pretty bad that it's all red, but that's probably what we gotta do. Maybe force some cards out of hand, or one thing or another. Oh, you have a Sigil of Suffering again, don't you? No, you're just gonna let that go? What? That doesn't seem right. Oh, I mean, you get to choose what you're banishing, so maybe it is Crash and Bash, then that Pummel. Deathly Wail, okay. Wait, was it Deathly? Oh, you banished two. You chose the Deathly Wail, that's what it was. Okay. Okay, maybe that wasn't so bad for them. +3 to your next attack. Okay. Okay, this I could see where this is coming in. And Deathly Wail's coming in for go again. I will pay 1. I think this is a turn that we want to see if we can prevent all the damage. Because we just don't want Deathly Wail creating more Rune Chance. Block 9. I mean, keep this extra card for whatever they throw. It is Nebula Blade. It is 4, so we're pretty happy with that. Block that. Full block their big turn. That's pretty good. Pass. Okay, we'll see. They have 3 cards they're banishing. And 2 Rune Chance. Another Deathly Wail. Ooh, that's pretty good for us. Sigil of Suffering. They only have 1 Blood Deck card to play this turn. But, I mean, they have a full hand, so this is kind of getting a little bit awkward. We're in the fatigue state. Yeah, I think it's turn to fatigue. Read the runes. Go. Read the runes is so good in Chain. Holy moly. Read the runes. Could Deathly Wail coming in for 5. Destroy a Shackle? Destroy Runeblood Incantation. Destroy the Shackle, that's probably correct. Destroy another Shackle? Oh, holy moly, that's so good. Okay, they're actually doing really well off for themselves. 5, 8. And is it going to have go again? I think I want to try and prevent as much damage right now. Pitch, Macho, sure. 8. Okay, we don't have any more equipment, but we got rid of 2 Deathly Wails, so. And they only have 1 Rune Blade that's going to generate them a Rune Champ. I mean, they pass with 2 cards in hand, which is pretty bad. Oh, and no hits. Okay, so we're actually feeling pretty okay again. Feeling pretty good. This deck doesn't actually have a lot of Rune or Blood Deck cards. It's a lot of non-Blood Deck cards. Which is interesting. I wonder why they're breaking that now. Oh, to banish a card so they can play it. And they're going to draw a card, which gives me a Seismic Surge, but we'll see how relevant it is. They probably have their other red Deathly Wail. Oh, no, just a Phantom Wraith. Okay. I mean, 6. It's going to be 2 Rune Chance and 6 Arcane. We might actually be able to fatigue at this point. I mean, they're more than halfway through their deck. I mean, they're going to put a Deathly Delight back in their deck. They are out of Runeblood Incantations, which is pretty good for them to have early. So if we can get through this turn, I think they're pretty good. Well off. Malefic's pretty good. How many? It's 2 Rune Chance. I mean, I don't think I care about the 2 Rune Chance, so we'll let those hit. Block 6. Zero to the Rune Chant. It's a little inefficient. It might have been better to block the rune chance. I think it was actually better to block the rune chance, but whatever. Whatever. We'll see. They hit a Deathly Whale. Okay. It's pretty strong. Pretty strong. They don't have any rune chance, though, so can they find a way to play it? I mean, how many Read the Runes do they have left? I mean, if they have the Read the Runes in hand, this could be a pretty strong turn for them. A Malefic, okay. I mean, Malefic seems pretty strong as well. Because if you, I mean, you get 2 rune chance, but like go again, your next Rune Blade or Shadow action this turn gains go again. It is cool to see Nebula Blade. Yep, pop that. Create 2 rune chance. Okay, nope, that's that's really good. Because that's getting 4 Arcane, and then the Deathly Whale is 5. And if I take any damage this turn, so 4 Arcane, I probably am gonna take damage. I don't think there's any way to avoid it. So 2, and I mean, block 2, pitch, block 6. I would take 1 Arcane damage, which would allow for 1 rune chant generation. It's probably best case scenario, so block 2, pass. I don't think that's going to be relevant, so I won't show them my hand. They will know nothing from me. And we'll prevent as many rune chants as we can. Can't prevent that last one, and block 6. And they have 4 shackles, so they're going to banish 4 cards. Oh, their other read. Oh, that's a bad banish for them. They're really light on this, though. I mean, you have the Deathly Whales and, like, a couple other cards. So, like, they have just so many misses in the deck. This is crazy. That's crazy. Just playing attack action. Create 3 rune chants. That's pretty strong. But, I mean, they are about to fatigue themselves, is the thing. Because after they play this turn, just playing all that, you're giving it go again. 7, block 7, and I won't block that. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, we'll have to see. What are they trying to do? I mean, if they do that same plan and figure out that's what they're going to do, it's probably block 7 on that attack. Take that 1 rune chant. They're going to go again, and we'll probably have to block the weapon. 0 to Arcane Barrier. Then we can block 7, pass. Does not matter. There we go. And then they're going to throw the weapon. We can pitch to 3 rune chants and block with a card and the last piece of armor block. So that's probably pretty good. And then they're going to have 5 cards banished off the top of their deck. They're going to draw 4, banish 5. That's going to be the rest of their deck. Which I know I think they have 2 shadow cards in there, so they could probably play 2. But I think this is pretty rough for them. Let me try reloading. Or are they just still thinking? Yep, sorry. I had to reload. Is it? Okay, there we go. Being a little funny. Oh, they just passed? What? Okay, not what I expected. I mean... okay. Interesting. Hammer for 4? I don't even think I want to Arsenal this. Because it's just another blue card, and if I draw reds, it's probably the more scary time. Nope, I will pass on Arsenal. Yeah, if I drew 3rd red, I probably was in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, banishing 3. I mean, the Deathly Whale's probably the first attack, unless you have something else up your first turn blade card. Ooh, okay, we are gonna get hit by that Deathly Whale. Which is gonna generate 2, which is gonna let them throw another 6 at me, which is probably gonna be the Deathly Delight. We will pitch, sure. Is that 4? Oh, that is 4 too. Yeah, I can't do that. And block that. Take 1. They're gonna throw in and that. Throw at least another 6. Oh, this is really close. This is the kill turn here. This is definitely the kill turn. You don't have go again off this. Why wouldn't you throw your... What? I don't think that was correct at all. I mean, you could have thrown 6 at me, unless you have something stacked that I don't realize. Could have thrown 6 at me, and then next turn... I mean, I guess the idea is maybe you have something better, because even if you threw 6 at me at the end there, I go down to... I mean, I took 4, so 7. And then it's pretty mediocre. Okay. They're thinking of a way to kill me. I don't know if there is. You have 2 cards to attack with. You can generate 1 rune chant, maybe somewhere in hand, but I do not know if there is. Let's refresh, just in case. Yeah. Envelop in darkness. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for them. Prevent 1, 1, 1, 0. I'll let that hit and then block. And yeah, I'll take 1, but... Zero. And the block 4. Yeah, I don't know if you can generate enough rune chants now to... And I mean, I can also just throw 10. That's choosing a card to arsenal. Yeah, this is pretty much game. 10. I think. Do they think they have a... Okay, I was going to say, do they think they have a way out of this? It is 10 damage. Coming to face. I mean, the banishes didn't quite go their way, but again, like, how many did they have in deck? 1. They have 1 in hand, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess a quarter of their deck. Come on. There's no way for you to win now. Please don't hold me captive. Hello. Are you there? Question mark. Hello. Oh. Well, don't look like they're there. Okay. I think this is probably where we're going to end the stream tonight. I calmed down a lot more at the end, but thank you guys for tuning in. I was happy to talk about the deck, show it off a little bit. It went fairly okay. There was one early match that I think it was a lot of good games, and then there was definitely games where the deck performed very well. But I think this is where I'll go. So I'll see you guys next time. Now that I am know how to live stream, I should be a lot better at actually like showing what I'm doing. So, go. Have a good night.